Hello, my wonderful people. Thank you so much for being so patient. This means the absolute world to me. Like, it even makes me emotional talking about it because, yeah, this is something that I've wanted to do for so long and put together. And my beautiful friend Hannah gave me the confidence. She was like, girl, what are you even waiting for? She was like, just do it. And then I just did it. And I started reaching out to people and making connections. And to see how many people want to get involved with something like this and attend, like the fact that you're all here, it just means so much to me. And thank you for being a massive part of my journey. I'll always remember every single one of you. So today actually marks 10 months sobriety, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, and I didn't even know, like, I just feel like every date in my life now is significant, like it connects to something, like there's always beauty or connection in something, and that's something I've been really connected to in sobriety. I have got Nadia Rose, who is not only an amazing friend, but an absolutely banging artist. Let's give it up for Nadia Rose. If you don't know, get to know. I know you already know, because who doesn't know? Let's be for real. So beautiful to have you.
Well,
and you picked the perfect outfit, the green on the green. It's all working out. I didn't even have to tell her what to wear. What a vibe. And I thought I'd start us off with a little shot. We've got these Fresh Living Moss shots from my beautiful friends over there. Fresh Living sea moss. If you're not getting your sea moss from here, don't be getting sea moss, right? So, yeah, this is the tequila alternative for us non-drinkers. So, cheers, baby girl. It's gonna get us hyped up. Period. The taste is amazing, and you know why? It's great because some people don't like the texture of sea moss. Some people don't like they don't know how to mix it into anything. This is a quick on-the-go shot. Tastes banging, ginger, fresh, tasty. Yeah, loving it. Absolutely loving it. So, I have got some flashcards that I made at work, laminated. I actually paper cut my hands many times. They don't look too shabby, do they?
Cute.
They don't look too shabby. And I actually haven't even put these in order, so we need to do them in... Okay, I've got them.
All right.
I've got them, darling. I want to know, what was your drug of choice, / no choice, as I like to say?
Marijuana, aka cannabis, aka Buddha, aka, you know, the good stuff, quotation marks. But yeah, that's what I was on.
Yeah, I was a very heavy weed smoker. Like, we've actually had conversations about how that was my personality. Like, I would come into a venue, I would put my grinder down on the table, I would open up my Cali, I would be like, what are you smoking? Smoking normal crow. We don't smoke that round here, babes. Cali only.
That was me.
Do you smoke with chip? Like, you know, judging people because they smoke with cigarette. Not us. We're proper smokers.
Yeah,
but yeah, if like, and also, did you find that I wouldn't go to a venue if I couldn't smoke?
Do you know what? I was one of them rebellious ones. I would still go and spark up my thing. Do you know what I mean?
No, I always found myself like saying, if I was out somewhere, I'd always be like, I need to smoke a spliff first. Like, I couldn't do anything without a spliff.
100. That was like me with studio.
Yeah.
Like, if I went to the studio, before I've even greeted anyone, I've whipped out, my grinder was like the size of this. I've whipped out my grinder.
Mega size!
And it was like an icebreaker, because, you know, I whipped out, everyone's like, oh my God, and I'm like, yeah, I'm the cool one, innit? I'm the cool one. But
do you know what? That actually brings me on to my next question, but ours too. Because you mentioned about studio sessions, and like, I completely hear that. Like, when I used to go to studio sessions, like, no music got made, mate. I would just sit there, bunning weed, having a laugh, eating a bit of food, and I'd leave. No music's been made, mate. So this question is, has the music industry been harder to navigate sober, industry events, networking, and studio sessions?
At first, yeah, like, I hated going to studio when I stopped smoking weed because everyone was either doing it or I knew it was that was like my routine. Whip out the grinder, hey, talk a bit, and then get to work. So where that step was missing, it was like I didn't know how to just get into it straight without that step. So that was tricky at first. And then when it came to like going out to events, again, in the industry, everybody smokes weed. Like, since I've stopped, I've proper deeped how much people smoke.
Yeah.
When I was part of it, I didn't clock. But since I've stopped, I go out to these events and everyone is just in the smoking area. I look around, it's just me. One in the room.
Now I'm dodging. Now I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
don't smoke that round me.
So-
How inconsiderate of you. My hair, like, who do I think I
Yeah.
am? 10 months sober and I'm being judgmental. No,
it was
but it's
definitely hard at first, for sure. But yeah, I've patterned it now.
no, it's true though, because what you're saying as well is that like it was a big part of socializing. It kind of calmed the anxiety to have something to like do with your hands or like, you know, something to talk about with somebody.
Yeah.
You know, because that was always a conversation starter. It's like, what you got
Yeah.
over there?
Right.
What were you just smoking on
Yeah,
over there? Like that would be the icebreaker. Absolutely gorgeous. And you've been very open and vulnerable on Instagram about weed-induced psychosis. Is this something you can tell us a little bit more about?
Yeah, I mean, it's a super long story, but basically, I decided to stop smoking weed. Like, this isn't the first time I've tried. Trust me, I've tried 100 times. But I tried to stop in 2022 or something like that. And then I made it to 3.5 months. And I was like, ooh, 3.5 months. Let me celebrate with a 3.5.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
The logic, I'm still trying to find it today. But yeah, that's what I did. And naturally, I just got back into the swing of it from I had that 3.5. And then like a month or so later, I had a show in Valencia, so I went away. And someone brought some weed over with them. I don't know where they stored it, but they brought it over. I'm questioning the storage now because of what happened afterwards, but cool. Basically, I'd smoked this weed in Valencia, and I just literally, I wanted to set my alarm. I was going to sleep, and I went to set my alarm, and I couldn't do it. It was like something so simple as just going swipe, alarm, do. It was like I was trying, I was shaking, I couldn't work out what was going on with my phone, yeah? So my girlfriend was asleep, so I've woken her up like, babe, I think I'm having a panic attack. And she, you know, she's half asleep. She's like, what are you talking about? And then she's gone back to bed. So I'm just by myself now, just in this, trying to process what's happening. My heart was racing. I couldn't just do normal things. I couldn't breathe. I was like, every worst thought I've ever had about myself was like in my brain, just on loop, loud. All the me trying to like fight it or compose myself, that voice was like so small and non-existent. Everything else was at the forefront. And I was just like, oh my gosh, no, I need to go and get some air. So I tried to wake up my girl again, and she's like, right, go on, yeah, let's go and get some air. So I went downstairs in this hotel. Remember, I'm in Valencia. Come out the spinning doors, and it was like, just heat. There was no air. So again, the panic just increased now. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't even have air. What do I have apart from these voices in my head and this feeling? I can't speak, nothing. It was just, yeah. So anyway, I've really tried. People are trying to talk to me. Obviously, my paranoia has even increased because I'm like, gosh, I'm in Spain. They're seeing me move around like some mad person.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Where are they going to put me? What are they going to say to me? I'm not going to understand none of it. All I know is hola, and that's it. So I was like, this is mad. But yeah, basically, I was just having hallucinations and these, repeated thoughts that went on for about, it felt like a lifetime, but it was about an hour.
Yeah, that's absolutely terrifying. I'm so sorry that you had to experience that.
It's
something that I haven't luckily had to experience, but I know a lot of people, weed smokers, have. And I think it's something that we need to talk about more because 100%. It's terrifying.
And to be fair, that was when I kind of realised I had a problem because that experience was so traumatic to me. But I flew back to London and I built it.
Yeah.
So
and
like,
that sums up addiction though, doesn't it? We know how much something's tearing us down and how much something's affecting us, but we can't stop. We keep going back. We keep like playing with it and stuff like that. And half the reason why I reached out to you is because you've just been doing amazing stuff on Instagram. Like you've been using your platform so well to like speak about, you know, be so open and vulnerable. Like this is what we need. We need more people to be vulnerable and to talk about kind of, because this happens a lot and I think people are kind of ashamed to talk about it. And also with weed smoking, if people can't handle weed, they feel like they're silly. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They feel like, oh, they just look a bit like they can't handle it. But actually it's a lot more than that.
100.
No, thank you for being so vulnerable. Vulnerability is what we need. How has sobriety affected your lyrical writing? Has the way you make music changed the themes?
It has, for sure. Like, I've been listening back to my old stuff, and every other lyric is about weed, you know? Every other bar is about weed. And I'm like, really? So, like, now I'm able to, because it's not actually a part of my life anymore, I've been able to expand on, on what I'm writing about. And I'm experiencing more. I think when I was smoking weed, it was just the same old, oh, we link up, we smoke, we chill, and then go back home. But now I'm doing other things. I don't have that
mentality. Yeah.
So that's definitely
no, and I've been hearing your new stuff, and it is so banging.
Girl.
Like, to be able to bring recovery like into your lyrics, like to be able to use recovery, like put it into something creative and show people, it's inspirational. You should be so proud of yourself. It's amazing. Which sober people inspire you?
Sober people inspire my mum.
Yeah.
She's been sober all her life. Big her up. And to be fair, you as well, because to be honest, our sober journeys began pretty close in proximity. So yeah, definitely seeing you, because I've known you before.
Yeah. That's the bar I hate. That's the bar I hate.
Yeah, but no. You get it.
That's all that needs to be said.
Yeah.
We don't need to go any further into that. Thank you very much.
No, likewise. How you've been speaking out about it, and even this event, is dope. You're bringing the right people together. So,
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And you know what? I feel like it's brought us closer together. Like, it's mad how, like, when you see somebody doing something, when you see so much identification in somebody else, and you see them making it look like, this is what Sexy and Sober is about. It's about, like, making sobriety really attractive and showing people that it's still sexy, it's still cool, it's still fun. We can still enjoy all the same things, making music, dancing to music, soberizing. Look at that! Bars on bars, that was intentional. Soberizing. I'm going to use that one now. But like everything, like to know that we are doing that on our separate journeys, but also bringing it together, learning from each other.
100%.
It's absolutely incredible. And it's so nice to know that Mumsy's sober. I find it fascinating that like so many different people are sober for different reasons. Like I'm in recovery, but so many people, I think it's really inspirational that people are sober that aren't in recovery just because drugs and alcohol don't appeal to them, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes for that, sometimes for religious reasons.
That again was like part of like when I decided to quit. The first few times I attempted, I was always like counting the days. I was doing that thing, right? Day 1, day 17, look at me, And this time I was just like, people that are just sober, they don't count the days. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, day 45, not smoking weed. They're not doing that. It's just a normal another day for them. So I was like, that's the mentality I need to adopt. It's just another day.
And it gets there, but I think at the beginning it defo is, because every day is an achievement. It's like just for today, getting through that day without smoking, getting through that day without drinking. It is a massive achievement.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
I think that we should be, like when I even tell people, like, and I'm like, I'm sober, people's reaction alone shows me like, I'm doing a thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm doing it. People are like, what? Are you joking? I'm like, no. Like I told somebody in my work canteen the other day, I was like, they were like, oh, do you want a little bit of this sorrel? And I said, has it got alcohol in it? And they said, yeah, it's got a bit of Ray Nephews. And I said, no, I'm a recovering alcoholic. The way they bust up, their head went back. Like that. And I went, no, I'm being serious. I'm a recovering alcoholic. The way the woman rubbed my back, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said, babe, it's all right. Don't worry. People are fucking blown away. They're blown away. But doesn't that show that we're doing something?
100%.
Especially being so young and like, you know, it's really can be terrifying.
No, for real.
Having to face like emotions and social situations and everything. But, you know, do you find that the more you do like good things and bad things sober, you can do anything. It shows 100%. You can literally do anything.
I love it. I love it over here.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah, man.
It's free over here, for sure. And now we move on to, what are the things that you enjoy most about being sober?
Ooh. the mental clarity is like, yeah, that I didn't know. Honestly. I didn't realize that there was a lot of things that I was suppressing. Like even when I look back at issues that I had maybe with a partner, with my management, and it'd be like, oh, right, I've got to say something. Then I build it up, and then by the time I've realised I've forgotten about it, I'm relaxed.
Yeah.
I've not even addressed it. So it's like things were just going past me, and it was like, yeah, now I have that clarity. I'm just clear. If there's something that I need to address, I address it. I'm not missing a beat, you know, which I'm loving. And just doing different things. Like I've been going to the gym, been swimming. I've been like being with family more. That as well. I felt like, yeah, because my family don't indulge in that. It's like when I was around there, I'm like, oh, can't wait to go and smoke with my friends. But yeah, now it's like, yeah, we're all on the same.
Being present.
Yeah.
So no, it's so nice. Like even my brother's here today, and that's a relationship that I have mended. Sorry to put the heat on you there. But no, like you over there. But like, yeah, it's seeing how many people actually want to be around me. Like I was so selfish in active addiction. Like I didn't realize why maybe somebody didn't want me at a party, or, you know, like just little things like that. And I'd get so deeply offended. But now looking back, it is understandable. Like sometimes I was a liability. Sometimes I would come in stinking of weed. So, you know, just like not really the kind of behavior that aligns with everybody.
Yeah,
and I thought I was so normal. But actually now looking back, I was a bit out of control. A bit.
Looking back,
I was out of control. The looking back is...
looking back does it for you, man.
I sometimes go into like my camera roll from like years ago.
Ooh, child.
Yeah, it is, but it's dark. It's actually really dark. Somebody said to me like a couple of months in sobriety, like you've got the sparkle back in your eyes. Yeah. And that was... Yeah, that was beautiful.
I felt that.
And like the validation as well, like we all love a bit of validation. When people see you and they're like, you look so well, and you know, they can see it from the inside out, and I can definitely see it on you, so it's beautiful. And what has been the hardest parts about getting sober and staying sober, heavy on the staying?
Ooh, the hardest part, like I said, was, I guess, my environment that I had built was all, you know, all my friends smoked weed, the studio sessions, the touring, everything was just, very much weed heavy. So kind of pulling myself away from those things was definitely the hardest. Deleting my dealer's number, ooh, child, that was, that was hard. Yeah. It was hard. Because I don't know, it was like I was kind of holding on to that. Like sometimes just seeing him come with the menu, I'm like,
oh, the menu.
But yeah, I was like, you know what? I just need to, like, I've got to rid of all the crushes and all the everything. I need to just get rid of. So yeah, that was hard at first, but did that.
Yeah.
And yeah, staying, I guess, I think where I've had that mental clarity and just knowing how I feel since being without it, it's not actually felt that difficult for me. It's felt like this is what it was supposed to be. So yeah, the staying sober hasn't felt that difficult. I'll be real.
Yeah.
But I do have my days. Not to say I've never had my days. I've had my days. Especially like when I go out, my friends will still be. But I'm kind of that person now that's like, look at you. Look at you. Because they'll be like, we'll be at a show and they'll be like, literally, where's the smoke in here? That's all they can think about. Where is it? They're going through hill and gully to go and find the smoking area. I'm just like, tut. But yeah.
No, but also looking at people, like, obviously love you all, but looking at people that are still like drinking and using, thinking, good luck tomorrow, bro. Yeah. I'm going to be up in the morning eating my avocado on toast.
Yeah, literally.
You're going to have your head down the toilet. And it's not like that for everyone, do you know what I mean? It's not. And I think for me, definitely like accepting that other people can do that can sometimes be hard. Because, you know, I'm kind of like envious. Not all the time, but I do look at people and I just think, like, how can you hold it together so well? Some people genuinely can. They can go out, they can have a glass of wine with their dinner, They can do magic mushrooms on the weekend with their friends when they want to have, do you know what I mean? They can smoke a little, you know, they can have a little couple pulls of a zoot or have a little edible, and I can't do that, unfortunately. Yeah. And sometimes it's the realisation that, like, I'm never going to be able to do that again.
Yeah, that bit, definitely. But I think everyone's got, like, since I've spoken out about it, a lot of people have obviously reached out to me and asked me advice and X, Y, Z and telling me their stories. And some people, like, they've been doing this for 20 plus years, 30 plus years, and then they had a moment 30, 40 years into it that just, so yeah, I feel like everybody will probably have that moment. It's just in their own time.
Exactly, it's true. And I think, like, one of the best things for me is being open and talking about that and communicating that, like, to verbalise when I do feel triggered, because I love sober life, don't get it twisted, and I'm a big advocate, like, I want to spread the message. But I do, there are times when I do find it really, really difficult. And just saying it, something as simple as just, like, verbalising it and saying to somebody, like, I'm really struggling in this environment, or, you know, and, like, the reassurance they can give you, like, it's just, it's priceless. And, like, 100%. My friends have been so fucking supportive. Like, every single one of you in here, I cannot tell you, like, I've never in my life had so much love in my life. Like, the messages I receive, like, the way you guys show up for me, like, just tirelessly. I mean, I was playing pranks on a few of y'all. Harriet over there went to a party, through a glass window, held up a massive bottle of vodka, and I pointed at the bottle and went, shh. And she was looking at me through the glass going, and I thought, yeah, you're a good one. I love you, girl.
I love that.
Oh, it's funny playing a little prank, isn't it? Or I go, where's the packet at? Let's get a bit of packeting, guys. What are you saying? And all my friends are like, shit themselves. It's great, though. It's absolutely fan-zabby dozy. Right, next time I need to be a bit more prepared with where these are, so I'm not kind of moving around, but quite like the rawness and the authenticity.
Same.
What are you excited about in the future?
In the future, do you know what I think? For me, it's just the doing new things, like just trying new things and not being in that bubble of just cannabis and nothing else. I think that for me is, that's definitely top. Where my creativity is going to take me now that I'm, you know, sober. And just, to continue spreading the word, you know, I didn't realize how much I liked being vulnerable. It's so weird. Like, it's weird to say I like it, but I've embraced it to that point that I actually just love that I have that ability to be this vulnerable, because that wasn't me before. You're not going to see a tear. You're not going to see me even my lip quiver. No, nothing. I'm going to be stern always. But like, I'm only human. We're all only human. We have emotions. We're going to have moments that are down, moments that are high. It's just, that's life, and it peaks and troughs.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to just continue to be on this journey and bring others along.
Bring others with you. And that's the thing. Like, it really is like, it is like attraction rather than promotion, I think. Like, when we do the hard work and we make it look so fabulous, very modest, I know. But when we just got to show people how great this side is. Like, I've definitely seen such a different side to you since you've become sober. Yeah, and it's...
Tell me about it.
I feel proud. I feel proud to call you my friend. I feel proud to know you, and I feel proud to be on this journey. And I am so excited about what the future holds. We ain't even been on holiday together, girl.
I know.
Like,
I
literally,
you gotta do
the
that.
sober holidays, like, people won't even believe we're sober. The way we gonna be partying, the way I be partying, sober, like, I'm the first one on the dance floor, the last one off the dance floor, mate. And I think...
Is that all your flash
I
cards?
think that might be the cards done.
Love that.
Woo! Big it up for Nats, Miss Nadia Rose. What a queen.